Hello everybody, this is Jerry Mateo from the DAW. Welcome back to another video. Today's going to be kind of a short one because we're going to be taking a look at the Ample Sound Ample Metal Eclipse. But there is actually a full-on video taking a look at every single plugin in this series, the Ample Metal Hellraiser, Metal Eclipse, and Metal Ray. All of them are amazing guitar amp virtual instruments, and I just thought I would take a look at this and show you how I actually like to use it. Because we have a full video going over this, we're not really going to go over everything here in the UI, but just so that you know, you have a ton of different articulations. You have the ability to have pinch harmonics, pops, and stuff like that. You have stereo modes for DI and stereo. You have volume controls, panning, doublers, capos, fret noises, stroke noises, and even performance styles. Instrument mode will play like a real instrument. Keyboard mode will be pretty much any note can play. And then solo will be monophonic. We have a strummer, which is amazing. This thing needs to be added into every Ample guitar plugin, even Metal Hellraiser. This thing's absolutely amazing. The riffer section allows you to basically perform really realistic performances inside of Ample Sound's own plugin. And then what I use is the Guitar Pro import session. So the thing that I do the most is I actually write out my songs after I've recorded them in Guitar Pro. So this is one that I've done. It's pretty recent. It's very basic and very simple. Once I have this set up, I literally just grab an Ample Sound plugin, in this case Metal Eclipse, and I will import it. After it's done importing, I just drag it into my DAW. The reason for that is because Metal Eclipse has this little bug. It's a little minor bug. If you press play, let's take it out of mute and solo it. Sounds great, but if you pause it, you'll see that it automatically detunes itself. I don't know why, but only Metal Eclipse does this. Hellraiser doesn't do this. Metal Ray doesn't do this. None of the other stuff does this. So what I tend to do is just drag this into my DAW because that's where I like to edit it. As you heard though, that DI sounds really good, right? It sounds very realistic. So if we look at this, this is all the processing that I have. So the amp sims that I've gone for is right here. We'll actually take out anything that I'm not using. And what I'm using for my amp sim is just the amped triple rev G. I'm using ML Sound Labs Miko. And then the 3-body technology Kirchhoff EQ. But as just a raw DI, right? Let's just listen to this. And let's keep in mind that this is a Guitar Pro import. So almost all of the articulations is basically the same. So if you want to make this sound more realistic, you would simply just highlight all of this for the playing. I'll drag it all down and then I'll bring it all back up to make it uniform. And then I go ahead and use the MIDI modifiers to basically add some humanization to the velocity. Usually about 15 to 25% will give you a lot of variation. But because this is still in the demo phase, I'm still in the middle of writing this, I don't really care about that. Let's actually see how this compares to the real guitar DI. So this is my real guitar DI right here. I have it in mono right now. As you can see, I literally just finished writing this session. I just had the left and right. Let's just listen to this. Okay. Let's have the left and right guitars, both recorded by me through my XFX. You can hear the little editing errors. That's because this was literally recorded just now, and then I spliced it together. I tabbed it out, and I threw it into Ample Metal Eclipse. Let's just see. Let's see the left guitar DI, and let's solo up Ample Metal Eclipse, and we'll make it pan to the right. Let's listen to just Eclipse. The real guitar. I mean, not only is Eclipse playing this better than I actually played this because I wrote this all in one go, it's doing a really nice job of sounding very realistic. So what happens if we actually grab the amp sims and we turn them on? So we'll turn on this processing, we'll turn on this processing, we will pan it left and right, and we will just play it with a track. Solo. Pretty good, especially considering that with the real guitar panned left and right, and we mute Ample Metal Eclipse. And then with Eclipse, if anything, you get a more perfect performance. And that's actually what I use Eclipse for. So what I will end up doing after I do this whole process is I will bounce this into a mono audio file, right? No DI, no amp sim. I have this in mono. Then I'll throw in my amp sims of choice, and I will use this as a guide track to record all of my performances. So now that I've written this out, tapped it out, thrown it into Ample Eclipse, I bounce it into audio, put my amp sims on there, and then record the left or right separately. And usually that's good to go. Sometimes I actually end up using Eclipse on the left or the right side without telling anyone because it sounds really, really good. The only thing that I will add is I will go in here and edit the articulations, and then I will add the stroke noise because it makes it sound a lot more realistic. The only real difference though is it has that like kind of sound. And so that's why you have to really go ahead and do some articulation control and make sure that you want it where and when you need it and not when you don't. Anyway, that's it for this video. But I just wanted to share why I actually use these plugins. As you can hear, it sounds very, very close to my 1990 Les Paul. My Les Paul might be a little bit darker, but this is a ESP Eclipse. So it's a very decent contrast. It sounds different, but very, very similar. Similar enough to where I can just jam out to it and even use it in tracks that you guys don't know. This is Jerry Mateo with Thunderdog. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.